But there's a sweet science to boxing. There's a sweet science to boxing.
The best and the coolest thing about my career is called the sweet science.
There's a sweet science to boxing.
It's to hit and not get hit.
Let's get to it. So like you guys already know, man, it's fight week, and the grand arrivals with Canelo and Edgar Berlanga happened yesterday. Now when they arrived, of course, Canelo, he looked normal. He looked as confident as usual. Now with Berlanga, I guess I can't really say he looked nervous, but me personally, when they wear them masks and stuff, because they had like a mask over his face, I think that's them being nervous at first. And I could be wrong. It could be a way of them just expressing themselves, especially if that's something that he's always done at grand arrivals or at weigh-ins. I don't know for sure, because I don't really follow Edgar Berlanga like that, so I don't know if he's been doing it or not. But he's saying he's going to knock him out in the 6th, but he still seems a little concerned to me. And it's okay. I mean, this is Canelo, so it's okay to be a little concerned. And just like Canelo said, it's easy to say. Until you step in that ring, it's time to do. That's what he said during his grand arrival. Check out this clip.
Berlanga had a lot to say. One thing he had to say was that he's going to knock you out in the 6th round. How do you feel about that?
I will see. It's easy to say. It's easy to say, but Saturday he's gonna see something different.
So that was him just responding to Edgar Berlanga, saying that he's gonna knock him out in 6, like Canelo said. And listen, I agree with that. Hey, it's easy to say it, but are you gonna be able to do it come fight night?
Absolutely not.
That's why he said, we'll see. We'll see, because it's easy to say it. There's been plenty of people who said that they was gonna knock Canelo out. Plenty of predictions. And a lot of them didn't happen. You know, most of them didn't happen actually. You know, it's kind of weird that you get people like Edgar Berlanga. I know he's undefeated, but you know, you get these people who come in here thinking that you're gonna just dominate Canelo. Come on, man, you're not gonna just dominate him, bro. Like, you already know this.
I was born ready.
A lot of guys had already thought that they was gonna dominate him, and you can see that they was wrong. And I think Edgar Berlanga is gonna be proven wrong as well. I just don't think his skills are up to par like Canelo. And listen, Canelo's skills is not even all that great, but he's mastered his craft. You don't really have to master the skills if you've already mastered the craft itself.
What?
Then on top of that, he's a defensive genius. I've already said this. And if you're a puncher and you got great defense, you'll be in good company. Canelo also said this, and it caught my attention. Check this out.
There's obviously been some tension. People love to talk trash to you. Is that tension real, or do you feel that?
You know, I like to respect my opponents every time. I think that's my way to do it. But when somebody talk shit about me, I can do it too. But it's not just in my mouth, in my hands too.
Now as you can see, he said not only with my mouth, with my hands too. In other words, he's basically saying everybody else talk trash and they get in the ring and they're able to back it up. Me, I talk trash and I can back it up. And that's true. I mean, you had Billy Joe Saunders talking trash, he couldn't back it up. You had Cato Plant talking trash, he couldn't back it up. You had Jamel Charlo talking trash. He even said he's on camera saying, bro, I can beat Canelo. And we all know what happened when he got in that ring. He couldn't back it up. So like Canelo say, it's easy to say it till you step in that ring. And everybody else talk trash. He said, I talk trash too, but at least I can back it up. So I guess we'll have to see how this fight is going to turn out. This is fight week. So let's get prepared. Moving right along. Now, speaking of Canelo, we got Sean O'Malley, the UFC fighter. He's going to be in the main event for the upcoming UFC fight that's going to happen this Saturday as well. And he had an interview with Stephen A. Smith, and I guess he feel like he's going to sell out, or he's going to sell more than Canelo, which I doubt it. There already been reports saying that the Canelo sales are doing way better than the UFC sales, which is not surprising. But he said something when Stephen A. Smith asked him about Berlanga. He did the same thing he did with Tank. He tried to act like he didn't know who he was. Now, in his defense, he probably really didn't know who Berlanga was. But with Tank, I'm pretty sure he knew who Tank. He just trying to act like he didn't know who Tank was, but he knew who Tank was. Because you ain't going to call somebody out and you don't know who they are. But I'll let you guys check out the clip. Check this out.
Canelo is fighting on the same night in the sport of boxing at the T-Mobile Arena. You're fighting as a Sphere, obviously. You think your numbers are going to be better than his?
I do believe the numbers will be better for the UFC and us that night. I do believe Sunday, Monday, that week, it'll all be about the UFC, the Sugar Show. I'm fighting, I defended the belt, the bantamweight champ, fighting the #1 guy on a 10-fight win streak in the UFC, the biggest platform in sporting, or in MMA sports. And then Canelo's fighting a guy, I know you told me his name the other day and I forgot it already. So I think this is,
Berlanga.
Burrito. I think so. I think this is just, I think UFC, we're going to crush it. We're going to crush
Now,
it.
that right there kind of irritated a lot of people. I was online and a lot of people were saying that was kind of racist. Or him acting like he don't know his name and talking about some burrito. After Stephen A. Smith had said Berlanga, he's like, yeah, burrito. And listen, I can't really say this him being racist. I can only say that he's trying his best to sell the fight as much as he can. That's the reason that he has to attach himself with the Canelo name and the Canelo fight that's coming up. He's just trying to sell the fight. You know, he's trying to be controversial. You can tell the people who's just naturally controversial opposed to the people who trying to be controversial because they need to get eyes on them. They need to get eyeballs on them. He come off as the one who's clout chasing. You know, he's trying to be controversial. You know, and he would never be Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor, it just came organically. He was just somebody who was just like that. But Sean O'Malley, he thinks because he's from Ireland, it's going to just come like that with him as well. And it's not, bro. I mean, you're a great fighter, but you're just not on the same level as Conor McGregor, bro, and nobody really cares about your fight like that. Some people just got it, some people don't. Like I say, I don't think he's trying to be racist. I think he's just trying to be controversial. I mean, you can call it being racist, but I don't think so. He's just trying to get eyeballs on himself. And that's what a lot of UFC fighters do. You know, they have to mention boxers, you know, because they don't really sell like that. So they have to mention boxers. Have you noticed boxers never really mention UFC fighters? UFC fighters are always the ones who are mentioning boxers. And even if somebody want to tell me, Stephen A. Smith asked him, you moron, he just answered his question. Shut up. Even before this whole Sean O'Malley stuff, they've been doing this. They always mention boxers. Why is that? I don't know. You guys should go ask Stern and White. That's all I got for y'all today. I'll be back with another one.